Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen this code where we were rotating a motor in two opposite directions, right? So you were aware actually this code, right? Okay. So we were rotating the motor in the two places, right? Two directions. So now you are aware by switching the terminals, okay, switching the polarity of the terminals, we can uh, change the rotation of a motor. So if someone asks how to change the rotation of the motor, you can say simply use change the terminals polarities. That means +5 to ground, ground to +5, or high to low, low to high. Then motor will rotate in the opposite direction. Okay, that is a simple logic. So this was the code we were doing last time. So if we zoom, okay. So if we zoom a little bit, you can see this motor is rotating in the both directions, right? Okay, so once in a 2 second it is changing the direction. So this is what we have seen in the last video. So in this video we will see a small quick code refactoring where what I'm going to do is I'm going to write two methods, okay, and I'm going to call the methods. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to write all these things here. So for example, let's say this is clockwise rotation, okay, first one. Okay, so what I will do is I will see that when we run this code, okay, so the first one 4 high 5 low, I have to see which side direction, which direction. Okay, so I will run this and see. So it looks like clockwise is the first rotation side. Okay, so this is clockwise. Okay, then this is the anti-clockwise. Okay, so I will write a method first. I will write void rotate clockwise. Okay, so this method will not return anything because it is just going to do some work. It is not going to return anything, any value. So I will cut this method, this content, that means this rotate clockwise rotating content, because if the motor is rotating the clockwise, then if this is the code responsible for that, for the first 2 seconds, then I am taking the code separately, okay, and I am keeping inside a separate method. Okay, so you understand, right? This is what is responsible for one side, that means clock side rotation. This is for the other side rotation, right? So I will write another method. Okay, let's say I will copy this and paste again, Control C, Control V. Okay, and I will make it rotate anti-clockwise. Okay, so here the content I have to change. So this is the anti-clockwise code, right? That is in the void loop. So I will cut it and paste it. So simply what we have done is we have taken the existing code and we have divided into two pieces, okay, according to the directions for which these code are responsible. Okay, so I have separated the codes and I have added the code into, or I have encapsulated the code into two different methods, and simply I have to call the methods, things will work. Okay, so first we had these 3 lines in the void loop, right, earlier. So now instead of having these 3 lines, I'm going to have this method, call this method. So I will copy this method name with the braces and I will paste it and I will type semicolon. Okay, so this is how we call a method. You know all these things, right? Then that means all these 3 lines are added here. Then what is the next step? Next 3 lines should be added. So instead of having all these 3 lines in the void loop, I am going to call this method. Okay, so that means rotate anti-clockwise. Delays also have been added inside the methods, so no problem. Okay, so in the semicolon. Okay, so now it is same as having first 3 lines here and another 3 lines here. Okay, these 3 lines here. So it's the same code but only refactored in a nice manner. So if someone is reading it, he will understand, okay, he is rotating clockwise for a particular time, then anti-clockwise. Then he will come and see what is inside this clockwise method, rotate clockwise method. Okay, this is responsible for the clockwise. So then he will come and see what is inside the rotate anti-clockwise method. Okay, this is responsible for the anti-clockwise method along with the delay. So now this should be working, right? Working as earlier. Okay, so I'll copy this. Okay, I'll stop the simulation. and I will go here. Okay, right. So let me start the simulation. See, this motor is rotating clockwise, anti-clockwise, and again clockwise and anti-clockwise. So same scenario. Okay, nothing but the same. Okay, so this is one thing. So if you want to change, you can change other way around also, right? First calling the method and calling this method, so that first time anti-clockwise rotating and the next time the clockwise rotating will happen. Anyway, we don't care about those things. So now we understood that we can play around with these methods, right? Because we already know the methods. So try to write methods for any other different scenarios, maybe changing delays or something, and try to call the methods and see whether this thing really works or not. Okay, so yes, right. So if you want, you can change the delay time also here, maybe 3 seconds. Okay, I'll start the simulation. 2000 to 3000 and another 3000 here. Or otherwise, yeah, okay. And also we can have, okay, I will have it here. I will make the delay a little more, let's say 3000, and this delay also a little more, and let's have a serial println also. Okay, so what I will do is I will say serial dot, so just for some understanding, begin. This looks stupid, but just for some understanding. Okay, 9600, and I will say here, where here serial dot println what, rotating clockwise. Okay, and again in the other method I will write rotating anti-clockwise. I will say anti-clockwise. Okay, that means while the motor is working, at the same time we will print in the serial monitor as well. Very simple, right? So I'll copy the code as well. So it is a little bit big. I will make it small. Let me try. Oh my god, these things cannot be made small, so that's painful, right? Look, this is the minimum space we could make. Okay, so I have to bring the motor a little bit this way. Okay, that's nice. So now I'm going to add this code here. Okay, I have pasted the code. Okay, so for the first 30 seconds it is going to rotate clockwise with the message, and the next 3 seconds it is going to rotate anti-clockwise with this message, and this method have been called here. Okay, very cool. Okay, so let's try this out. I'm starting the simulation. Okay, I have an error, so let me see what it is. Okay, so here I should have semicolon, right? So I made a syntax error. The same should be here as well. Okay, so I'll copy again and I'll close these things. I'll paste it again. Okay, now it should work. Okay, see, I will open the serial monitor. So it's saying rotating clockwise. Now it is rotating anti-clockwise. So just see this method serial monitor data and also the rotating direction. It should be same. When it is saying it's rotating clockwise, the motor should be rotating this way, clockwise. When it is saying rotating anti-clockwise, the motor should be rotating the other way around. Okay, just see. See, rotating clockwise now, rotating anti-clockwise now. Compare with the motor, rotation. Compare the message with the motor's rotation direction. Okay guys, so I hope you learned something new today also. I will catch you in the next video with further things to study and explore. Until then, stay safe guys.